Imagine a world without borders, without concrete jungles, a world that was truly untamed. Let's rewind the clock, way back, to a time when giant beasts roamed the earth, and the continents themselves were still finding their place. This isn't a history lesson from a dusty old book. This is a journey back to the raw, unfiltered, and spectacular dawn of our planet. Picture this. The air is thick, humid, and filled with the buzzing of insects the size of your hand. Towering ferns and strange, colossal trees create a canopy so dense that sunlight struggles to pierce through, dappling the forest floor in an eerie green light. The ground itself trembles, not from an earthquake, but from the footsteps of a herd of Argentinosaurs. Each one as long as 3 school buses, their long necks swaying gracefully as they strip leaves from the highest branches. These weren't just animals. They were walking ecosystems, architects of the ancient landscape. And it wasn't just a land that was teeming with giants. Peer into the primordial oceans, and you find a world both beautiful and terrifying. The megalodon, a shark so massive it could swallow a car whole, patrolled the depths. Its gaze was fixed on giant sea turtles and early whales. Coral reefs, more vibrant and sprawling than anything we know today, housed a kaleidoscope of marine life, a bustling metropolis beneath the waves, all playing their part in a high-stakes game of survival. The roar of the waves was matched only by the roars of the creatures that called these waters home. Back on land, the age of mammals was just beginning to dawn. After the great extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs, life found a way, and it came back with a vengeance. Saber-toothed cats with fangs like daggers stalked their prey, while woolly mammoths, covered in thick shaggy coats, navigated the icy tundras of the Ice Age. Imagine seeing a giant ground sloth, standing twice as tall as a person, slowly munching on leaves, or a glyptodon, an armored mammal that looked like a supersized armadillo. These weren't monsters from a fantasy movie. They were our planet's early inhabitants, adapting and thriving in a world of constant change. What's fascinating is how all these pieces fit together. Every plant, every animal, from the smallest insect to the largest dinosaur, had a role to play in this grand, chaotic ballet of life. The untamed world was a complex web of interactions, a constant cycle of creation and destruction, competition and cooperation. It was a world shaped by volcanic eruptions that tore continents apart and ice ages that locked the world in a frozen embrace. Yet, through it all, life persisted. It adapted, evolved, and diversified into the incredible array of species we see today. But where do we, humans, fit into this epic story? Our ancestors were there, small and vulnerable, learning to navigate this wild world. They weren't the strongest or the fastest, but they had something powerful, ingenuity. They learned to make tools, to control fire, and to work together. They watched the stars, followed the herds, and slowly, painstakingly, carved out a place for themselves in this untamed wilderness. They were witnesses to the final chapters of this wild era, living alongside some of these magnificent megafauna. Thinking about this untamed world fills me with a sense of awe. It is a reminder that the planet we live on has a history so much deeper and wilder than we can often imagine. The concrete and steel of our modern cities are built upon layers and layers of this incredible ancient history. The story of the untamed world isn't just a story about the past. It's the story of our own origins. It's a testament to the resilience of life and the untamable spirit of nature itself. It makes you wonder, what other secrets are still buried, waiting to be discovered? Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you're as fascinated by our planet's incredible history as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until then, stay curious.